Well, you know what? Good evening from Carson Park in Eau Claire. Zaleski Sports presents American Legion Baseball on a great matchup tonight between Hudson, Post 50, and Eau Claire, Pizza Hut, American Legion. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined up in the booth by former Eau Claire Memorial coach Dave Sparger and Spargs. You look at the lineups for both of these teams, number of guys that we saw during the high school baseball season. It'll be interesting to see what they do tonight on the turf here at Carson Park to get the home portion of the Eau Claire Legion season underway.
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces and names, obviously, from the high school season, so it'll be enjoyable to watch them play again. It was a lot of fun during the high school season.
You were talking with Eau Claire manager Mark Faunus before the game, and Mark's been at this quite a long time as the Eau Claire manager, but this is, I think he described it as the most geographically diverse lineup he's ever had.
Yeah, very true. He was surprised at the number of kids from outside Eau Claire that really wanted to jump on and be part of this Legion program. You got kids from Altoona, of course, Elk Mound, Oliva, and so it just adds a whole new dimension to just usually it's North and Memorial kids. So again, just a nice addition just to help this team, and it allows more kids to have the opportunity to play at a high level.
Yeah, a number of the guys from that Oliva Strum Division 4 state championship team. You mentioned Eau Claire North that made it to a Division 1 sectional, Eau Claire Memorial. Had a good run this season, lost out in the regional finals to Eau Claire North. You had Regis that had a young team this year, but had some good players. Altoona made it to a sectional in Division 2, and Elk Mound made it to a sectional in Division 3. So interesting mix in nowadays, players from opposing schools tend to know each other a lot more. They've played together. And so it'll be interesting to see how this group meshes. And also interesting that the downside of having so many high-end players is that when they have their games in Chippewa Falls this Friday and Saturday, the tournament up there at Casper Park, a number of the guys won't be there because they're playing in the high school all-star game.
Yeah, that always comes into play every summer. It's like you want to get these good tournaments going. You want to make sure you join them, but then you realize, well, you're probably going to lose 3 or 4 of your top-end players for those. But, again, it's just a great reward for those guys to make that state classic, all-star game. It's just a lot of fun. And, I was fortunate to have my 2 boys participate in those things, and it's just something you'll never forget. It's just a lot of fun to be part of.
We covered a number of Eau Claire Legion games last summer, Sparks, and it seems like it takes some time to gel. I mean, baseball's a little different than basketball as far as being a team sport because it's got that individual matchup between pitcher and hitter, and then everybody else is more of the team, especially defensively. And it seemed like it took Eau Claire a while to kind of figure out who fit where the best in terms of a batting order. But once they got it going, they took that thing all the way to the state tournament.
Yeah, and it was difficult last year for Coach Faunus also because early on, pretty much all of June and into July, he had guys missing constantly. It wasn't the same guys. It'd be, these 3 are gone for this game and 2 are gone for this game. And like you said, to piece it all together and to really figure out what your best lineup was difficult, especially early when he constantly was trying to figure out who's gonna be at which game and which guys could play where. So it finally really started to gel there late in July, and then, like you said, they got into that state tournament and made a good run and things like that. A little different this year when you see this group of kids. These guys have all stuck around. A lot of these, even seniors that could have gone on and played someplace else before they go to college, have stuck here, and really I think they're going to be a very, very solid group right from the get-go because they've all been here. They really haven't missed any contests. They've all really kind of made the effort to put this as a priority this summer.
Today's pregame show is brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free no-obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That is goasher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today at 888-GO-ASHER. Let's talk about Hudson Post 50. Of course, number of the guys in their lineup tonight were on that Hudson Raiders team that won a Division I sectional and advanced to the state tournament. In fact, Landon Zuli, who's the shortstop tonight for Hudson, normally doesn't play Legion. He plays on the town team, the Hudson River Rats, prior to enrolling down at Winona State this fall and playing on the Warriors baseball team. But the Hudson team a little thin tonight, so they have some different guys in different positions, and even manager Brent Blagan, who is the head coach of the Hudson Raiders baseball team, unable to be here tonight. So it's typical summer baseball. We certainly talked about that yesterday in that CRBL game they did. That part of the challenge in summer baseball is just knowing who's available and when certain guys are going to be gone.
Yeah, that's great for Landon Zuli to go ahead and make that effort here to help out some of his old teammates. Tonight it's really make him much more competitive, and especially when he's such a good shortstop, he can make things happen hitting in the 3-hole. But you're right. That's predominantly that's what a lot of these kids will do. They'll go to the town team, right? They've already graduated, so they're kind of ready to move on. And here with Eau Claire Legion, it's kind of the difference, right? I mean, you got Stein and Lauscher who are going to go out and play some college baseball, but they're still with the Legion team. They're still wanting to, play with their buddies and still play at a high level here instead. So makes it a little bit simpler for the old Eau Claire team to get organized and get their lineups going. And
there's a couple different ways of going about it. I think at River Falls, where Ryan Bishop does double duty as both the high school coach as well as the Legion manager. And a lot of times what the coaches want to do is, all right, I want to get the next group of guys ready for varsity competition. And a good way to do that is get them time during the Legion season.
Yeah, you're right. You hit it right on the head, especially when you got a town team, River Falls, Hudson, Rice Lake, New Richmond. We go right down the line, Menominee. Those teams are really looking at what's the future. We've got our team. This is next year's varsity squad. Let's go ahead and get them up in there and play that varsity competition. And a little different here, like you said, with Eau Claire, because they draw from so many different places, and they're just trying to piece together the best kids in good spots. So, yeah, it really pays off. You can see how well River Falls and Hudson has done by doing such strategy as just to simply say, all right, young kids, you're taking over. It's your team. You're getting ready for varsity.
Yeah, that was my situation coming up through the ranks. Is same thing. Our high school coach also ran the Legion program, and I got called up to the varsity late in my sophomore year, and a little intimidating, but you made it through the best you can. But then he told a number of us, "Hey, you're going to be my infield going forward, so let's put you out there for Legion ball, and you're going to go out there and play."
Well, and that's just it, though. I mean, if you've got the skills to play there, the earlier the better. I mean, to get you that experience as a sophomore was huge, because now all of a sudden you stepped in as a junior, and it's like, hey, been there, done that, and all those nerves are gone. And so you're getting 2 full seasons and not having to break in, your junior to try to figure it out. And that's something that I really believed in as the head coach at Memorial, was like, hey, if the kid's got the tools to play, we're pulling them up. And I did pull a couple freshmen up to play, and I pulled a lot of sophomores through the years too. But it's like, hey, get them up, get them in there, and then you can have 3 full seasons of them ready to play varsity.
Yeah, it certainly made a difference. Although I think there were still some nerves, maybe 5 to 10%, but certainly not as much. You're playing Legion, and you're playing guys who had graduated high school and are just bigger and stronger. But you realize over the course of a summer, and that's the other nice thing about Legion, you play a lot. You're playing a lot of games, and, with all those reps, both in the field and at the plate, it definitely makes you a better ball player. So we are looking forward to a fun season of covering Eau Claire American Legion baseball.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Like you said, first home game. It's going to be a fun group to watch this summer.
And a couple of the folks talked about it, coaches, and even one of the fans. You remember when Eau Claire Memorial came out for its postseason, they had the guys dyeing their hair. So, you're looking at Sawyer Stein and Leo Lauscher and Jack Gabler finishing their infield right now. That blonde locks are flowing out of the back of the black of the caps, but who knows what the roots look like.
Well, it's a dead giveaway, right? They went to Memorial, not North or Regis or whatever. Yep, they're the Memorial players.
Yeah.
Blonde-haired.
Hudson post 50 taking the field right now. Kind of got a 1980s retro Twins look to them with those light blue jerseys and the red lettering and the red caps. Nice weather tonight at Carson Park, 81 degrees right now, and it's a little on the humid side. Wind is blowing out a little bit. It's a little bit of a right to left wind. So we'll see how that impacts things today. Here's your Hudson batting order. Leading off and playing second base is Jack Solheid. Batting second, the center fielder Reese Pickard. Shortstop Landon Zuli bats third. Right fielder Nick Hirsch bats fourth. Batting fifth is the first baseman Bennett Brathel. Third baseman Silas Heisler will bat sixth. Batting seventh, the designated hitter Jacob Hassapopoulos. Batting eighth, the catcher Spencer Bullis. And batting ninth, the left fielder Bergen Awney. Nick Heisler is on the mound tonight for Hudson. For Eau Claire, leading off and playing shortstop, Trent Cornell. He's out of Altoona. Batting second, the second baseman, Logan Hesselman from Eau Claire North. Batting third, the first baseman, Sawyer Stein of Eau Claire Memorial. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Leo Lauscher, also out of Memorial. Carter Gunderson is the DH. He will bat fifth. He's out of Oliva Strum High School. Carter Veith, the catcher, will bat sixth. He's from Elk Mound. Elliot Height of Eau Claire Memorial will bat seventh and play center field. Kellen Smith from Altoona will be out in left field. He bats eighth. And Tommy Perkins batting ninth, playing right field. He is from Eau Claire North. And on the mound tonight, Tyler Webb. He played a key role on that Oliva Strum state championship team. I'm really interested to watch him pitch. I've seen some video of him, and boy, he's got some great arm action. He's got one of those live arms and can get it up to the plate. So it'll be interesting to see how he fares. He's one of those kids that played a lot of travel ball, so he's used to playing some high-end competition. So we'll see how he does against teams that the Eau Claire Legion team will play over the course of the year.
Yeah, he was the winning pitcher for the state tournament team there for Oliva Strum, so some great memories for him. And then, of course, Carter Gunderson, also of Oliva, he had that big double that helped push him over for the victory too.
Yeah, good to see that program have some success, and that's been building for a while. They kind of get the coaching staff together and got these kids working really hard, and you know how that is, Sparks, at the smaller high schools. You can often identify that group of kids that they have the skill set and they have the desire to be good ball players, and it's kind of fun to see that come to fruition.
Yeah, and that's got to start early, doesn't it? I mean, that's got to start when those kids are 11, 12 years old. And every once in a while you'll get a group that just love to play the game, and if you can teach them to play it the right way, and if they all stick together, you're going to have a great team by the time they're juniors and seniors.
Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the team at Century 21 Jesperson Group. The Jesperson Group has a pulse in the local real estate market and can help you with both existing homes and new builds. Plus, they can assist you through every step of the process. Contact Jason Jesperson, 715-225-4842, or via email, jjesperson@c21affiliated.com. Then step confidently into the real estate world knowing you've got the Jesperson Group by your side. They make the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That's what you get with Century 21 Jesperson Group. Sparks, when you had a chance to talk with Mark Faunus beforehand, what do you think he's looking for tonight? They've got some games in. They're 5-1 to start the season. It's a good start to a new campaign, but what specifically is he looking for from his guys tonight?
Well, he talked just mostly about the fact that they wanted to use 3 pitchers tonight that they had not had a chance to throw yet for Legion. And so that's kind of why Tyler Webb's getting the start tonight, and I think it was, if I remember right, let me see, Jack Gabler was going to be one of them, and I'm trying to remember that third pitcher they were going to try to sneak in there tonight. Can't remember who the third one was going to be, but again, just kind of an opportunity to get some more kids on the mound for Legion, get them back sighted and after some time off. So be good there. But otherwise, I think it's just a matter of getting guys that are at bats, right? I mean, getting good at bats, getting good pitching, get your swings going again. I mean, they've been playing some ball. It just happens to be all in the road. He did say, however, they've had a lot of rainouts. We've talked about how the opportunity to play a lot of baseball during the summer, but it's tough when this weather's been what it's been with all those rainouts and cancellations and reschedules and so forth. So it might be a few. I don't think they've played since last weekend. So they had that good tournament and lost to De Pere in the finals. So, been a little bit, so it'll be good for them just to get back on the field and get after it.
Yeah, we were supposed to do the game last Friday. New Richmond at Eau Claire. That got washed out. Eau Claire did get those games in at that Wisconsin Rapids Invitational, and they did well over there. Knocked off on Alaska, beat Stevens Point, beat Marshfield, had one more win, and then lost to De Pere. Some of the same kids that won a state title with the Redbirds. Then there was a win down at Winona. But yeah, you're right. This has been kind of an unseasonably wet month of June. So when you get a night like tonight, get your innings in and do what you can. And the good news, Sparks, is as we've checked our weather apps and looked at the future radar, it actually looks okay. That barring some change, that the rains, the heavy stuff, will maybe be 10, 11 p.m.
Yeah, it looks like they're pushing them back to that 10:30, 11 o'clock. So let's keep our fingers crossed that that's what happens. Earlier today they were saying about 8, 9 o'clock, but fortunately right now it's been pushed out to about 10:30, 11, and hopefully we get this completed.
Nice crowd on hand. Yeah, a lot of folks in the grandstand. Good contingent from Hudson came over, and one of the nice things too about having kids from all over the area on the Eau Claire team is those folks like to come out to Carson Park, and maybe they make a day of it, coming to Eau Claire and get a chance to enjoy a great venue in Carson Park.
Yeah, that Legion baseball has always had that good following of just the normal baseball fan. They may not even have a kid involved in the program, but they just they look at the schedule. Wait, when does Legion play? When are they playing home? Just because they know they'll get a great view of all the kids. North, Memorial, Regis, Altoona, right down the line. So, just a great opportunity to catch a great baseball game and see all the kids from the area.
Yeah, it really when you look at it, it's pretty much an all-star team, is what it is. It's a local all-star team, and you get some of the best high school players out there, and we are certainly looking forward to it. Managers down at home plate, meeting with our umpires. It'll be the venerable Casey Eckert behind the plate. Good to see Casey, and Teddy Jose working the bases.
Yeah, Casey, former Eau Claire Memorial head coach and my roommate when I first moved here. So he and I go way back, about 35 years.
I'd imagine there's a story or two in there.
We can't tell those stories. Not even in a rain delay, we're not telling those stories.
Casey's, he's been around an awful long time.
And
just
he puts so much,
Memorial.
and all the athletic stuff. He was the athletic director at New Richmond, and he's still just so involved with all the umpiring and the basketball officiating and the football. It's just amazing how much he puts into all the different things he's involved with.
Yeah, and I still, when you stop and think about it, you realize how long he's been around.
Yeah.
He was
two brand new knees later. He's still going.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You reminded me I need to schedule my cortisone shots. I'm going to get that done.
Speaking of,
yeah. Took a bike ride on Sunday, felt good, and then started walking around that evening, and I was shuffling around the house. Let's put it that way. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza has been a family tradition for more than 27 years. For the best hot sandwich in town, grab a grinder at Mancino's, conveniently located just off of Highway 53 at Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza, locally owned and operated. Umpires going over the ground rules here at Carson Park. Would think that most of the guys that are on the Hudson team, as well as the Eau Claire guys, should have the ground rules down pretty well down pat.
You would think so, but again, the Regis, Elk Mound, Leva, this is their first time might be playing on this park, so be good for them to know it also.
Good evening and welcome to the Senior Legion matchup tonight between Hudson, Old 50 and the
Sparks, what are you looking for tonight? What are you looking? What kind of things are you going to be keeping your eyes on?
Well, that's a tough question. We just haven't seen them play yet, so I guess I'm just interested to see how they come out and perform. I'm just excited to see these kids, back on the diamond again. We had such a fun time watching Memorial and North play this season that I'm just going to sit back and just enjoy watching them all play together, and seeing who's going to hit the ball and and of course we did talk about Tyler Webb, the pitcher. We haven't had a chance to watch him, so that'll be fun to watch. Again, just a chance to watch new kids play from the other schools and even our guys.
Hudson, as we mentioned, in the light blue jerseys, the red numerals, the white pants, red caps with the blue bills. Eau Claire in the red jerseys, black numerals, white and black trim, the gray pants and the black cap with the red bill. Mostly cloudy here at Carson Park. We've got some areas of blue sky peeking through, a little bit of sun peeking through the crowds now and then. Lights should be on sometime, I would think, in the very near future.
Yeah, I was going to say, those should be flipped on momentarily. It's only going to get a little more cloudy as we go here.
Here's the defensive lineup for Eau Claire. As we mentioned, Tyler Webb on the mound. Carter Veith is his catcher. Sawyer Stein plays first base. Logan Hesselman is down at second. Leo Lauscher at third. Trent Cornell is the shortstop. Outfield left to right. Kellen Smith, Elliot Height, and Tommy Perkins. Webb will face the top of that Hudson order. Jack Solheid, Reese Pickard, and Landon Zuley. Yeah, like you, Sparks, I'm just interested to see, we saw a lot of these guys during the spring high school season, guys like Lauscher and Stein, and it's interesting that much like Kyle Kaufman did at Eau Claire Memorial, Mark Faunus has got Stein and Lauscher in the 3-4 hole. So you've got some guys who could really swing the bat. You got some, Trent Cornell. We didn't see him this season, but we saw him in the 2023 sectionals. Just a slick fielding shortstop, strong arm, good bat. Logan Hesselman, such a strong performer up the middle for the North Huskies, kind of anchored that North defense. And yeah, this should be a lot of fun watching these guys out on the diamond. Webb completing his warm-up tosses. Protect what you have and be ready for the future with help from Eau Claire Farmers Insurance Agent Chad Johnson. The Chad Johnson Agency is a full-service agency providing auto, home, and life insurance as well as other financial services. Contact Chad today at the East Ridge Center, Eau Claire, at farmersagent.com or call 715-834-8123. Jack Solheid in the batter's box. And we are underway here at Carson Park. Tyler Webb starts him off with a high fastball. Start time tonight, 7:28 p.m. Line to center field. Height going back, and he makes the catch. Height normally a corner outfielder, but with Grant Locken not available tonight, it's Height out there in center field. Here's Reese Pickard, center fielder for Hudson.
Yeah, pretty easy for the Eau Claire Legion just to move those outfielders around. They all feel comfortable in any of those left, center, or right positions.
Yeah, Height for a tall kid runs well. Webb missing inside to Pickard. It's 2-0. Again, very light breeze. Appears to be blowing out. A little bit of a right to left wind here at Carson Park. Hard hit ball left side. Cornell dives, can't come up with it. Base hit, Reese Pickard. It's 3:19 down the line in left. 4:05 to center. 3:02 to right field. And of course, that short porch out there with the fan deck that was installed when Eau Claire Express, the Northwoods League, began playing here at Carson Park in 2005. Landon Zuley at the plate. Webb delivers outside.
Zuli coming off just a great season for the Hudson Raiders. We talked about, took them all the way to the state tournament this year.
Yeah, real steady performer at shortstop and a consistent bat. Good plate discipline. Gets under that one, hits it high in the air to left. Kellen Smith camped under it. He makes the catch.
There is some carry to the ball tonight, though. With a slight breeze blowing out and this humidity, it's going to carry.
Nick Hirsch now up to bat. Talk about Zuli. He's pretty tight with Leo Lauscher and Sawyer Stein of Eau Claire because they all played travel ball together in previous summers and during the off seasons. Hirsch takes a curveball for strike one. Chop foul, and got a couple of guys in the Hudson dugout area doing a little hopping.
Good
No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, good sequence right there. You go curveball to start off on that 4-hole hitter, and then you come back with that fastball on the inside on his hands. So if he's thinking curveball, I think he's going to break. It doesn't. It just stays right there in his hands. So he's up 0-2.
Another curveball, and Hirsch just got a piece of it. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 down. That one misses up and in, 1-2.
Yeah, try to get him to chase a high fastball. Good discipline there from Hirsch to stay off.
Webb delivers upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Be interested to see how Webb works with Carter Veith. Of course, Webb from Levistrom, Veith from Elk Mound.
Yeah, I'm looking for a curveball right here. He's going 2 high fastballs. There it is. Ooh.
Just broke inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the runner at first, Pickard, will be on the move here.
Now, the reason we're looking for a curveball there, you go 2 high fastballs. That curveball starts at that same eye level, but then breaks down. You try to get it back in the zone.
Popped up over the grandstand. And we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Webb, check of the runner at first. 3-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Logan Hesselman underneath. He makes the catch. Hudson is retired in the top of the first. Eau Claire coming to bat when we return. You are watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with 0 down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Whether it is water skiing, baseball, or golf, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back for all your sports-related injuries this summer. You can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit them online at Shepke, chiropractic.com. Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more. For every room, every door, and every window, place your trust in SOS Security of Eau Claire. Herrick and Hart Law Office, they have been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairelaw.com. Nick Heisler finishing up his warm-up tosses for Hudson. Spencer Bullis is his catcher. Bennett Brathall is over at first. Jack Solheid plays second. At third, it's Silas Heisler. Landon Zulli is the shortstop. Outfield left to right, Berganani, Reese Pickard, and Nick Hirsch. Nick Heisler will face the top of the Eau Claire order. 1, 2, 3 hitters are Trent Cornell, the shortstop, Logan Hesselman, the second baseman, and Sawyer Stein, the first baseman.
For Eau Claire Pizza, leading off number 6, the shortstop, Trent Brown.
Sparks, I said we didn't see Trent Cornell this year, and then I remembered we saw him on the football field.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
early
that's true.
in the season when
That's right.
he was one of the quarterbacks for the Railroaders. First pitch swinging, skies one out to center. Reese Pickard is there and makes the catch. Trent Cornell on his way to the University of San Francisco to play baseball. Here's Logan Hesselman.
I'd like to get the story on that one. I'd like to get the background on how you end up at San Francisco from here.
I recall that it was some camp or some showcase where their coaches were there. They saw him, they got to talking, developed a relationship, and Trent said, sure, I'll cast my lot with the Dons. Go to San Francisco. Count 1-1 now to Hesselman.
Be a fun place to go visit. You know, go take
Absolutely,
that,
yeah.
visit, see their baseball program, and head out there. It'd be
1-1 pitch to Hesselman. Fights that one off. It's 1-2. Outfield medium deep all the way around. All shading towards right field. The left-handed hitting Hesselman. He takes inside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hesselman trying to go opposite field, and that one is going to hit off the front of that fencing down the left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count on Logan Hesselman.
Yeah, Hesselman's having a good at bat right here. We call these quality at bats. Anytime you can get 5 or more pitches.
Well, especially after Cornell, the leadoff hitter, swung at the first pitch.
And he continues to battle, falling off that fastball.
We're not being critical of Cornell. He saw a pitch to his liking and jumped on it, and
he hit it well.
He just got under it a little bit. Yeah, you know, quarter-inch, little down on the bat. That thing's going to the gap. 2-2 pitch. That one's low. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Logan Hesselman. Strike 3 called on the corner. Hesselman was ready to run down to first base. 2 outs here in the top of the first, and here's Sawyer Stein.
Yeah, good job by Heisler there, getting it on the black, getting the call.
Stein was in a little bit of a funk during the high school season, late April, early May, and then he caught fire.
Yeah, he was back to his old self late in the season, hitting, just hammering baseballs into that right center gap. does such a nice job staying inside the baseball and work in the middle of the field, and he will hit balls hard to right center.
Two and 0 now to Stein. Left fielder Ani and center fielder Pickard are shaded toward the left field line, so there is some room out there in right center. 2-0 pitch. And that hit him. So Sawyer Stein is on.
Yeah, hit his backside on that one. It was, you can't really even say just a bit inside because that one went behind him.
No, that was going to, yeah. So here's Leo Lauscher. And much like Stein, a big guy who can hit to all fields with power.
Yeah, he works the middle almost to a detriment. We saw him crush a couple of baseballs to center field, hit him about 390, 395, and they were run down and caught. You know, instead of that opportunity, maybe if he could turn on a little bit more, it would have been out the middle of the football field.
Check swing strike there. High in the air to center field. Pickard camped under it. He makes the catch. One complete here at Carson Park. American Legion Baseball. We're scoreless between Hudson and Eau Claire. You're watching Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system,
give us a call today to learn more.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself.
HS Fence has been serving Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the last 18 years. HS Fence specializing in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. 5-6-7 in the Hudson lineup. Bennett Brathel, Silas Heisler, and Jacob Hasapopoulos facing the righty Tyler Webb, who delivers ball one to Brathel. They appeal that one, but no swing. 2-0 now to Brathel. Webb delivers a strike, 2-1. Two balls, two strikes.
Well, we talked about the Eau Claire Legion was going to go through some pitchers tonight, and they've already got a guy up in the bullpen, kind of getting ready, taking his time.
Yeah, nice advantage when you've got a deep pitching staff and early in the season. Just get everybody some work, and that's a good way to go about it.
Well, especially with all the rainouts, you know, you haven't had the opportunity to get some guys up, or if they did, it's been about a week. So, like I said, just good to get them up, get some innings.
Curveball, strike three, and Webb dropped that one in nicely on Brathel. One down here in the top of the second.
Yeah, Webb is showing a real good curveball tonight.
Here's Silas Heisler. Line to right.
This is trouble.
Drifting, but just foul off the bat. I thought that was going to be a fair ball down the line.
Yeah,
it just kind of kept drifting.
Yeah, I did too. Like you said, when it first came off, I thought it was going to be about 5 feet in front of that line, be going for a double, but kept tailing foul.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch Webb this season. Playing on this Legion team. Again, he had such an outstanding high school season for Oliva Strum. Playing at Division IV, but primarily playing against programs that feature a lot of Division I high school guys. A little roller up the middle. Tough play, Cornell. The barehanded scoop, but not in time.
Yeah, that one sawed him off so bad it barely even got to the second base. Once it got by Webb, that was going to be an infield single.
Second hit of the game for Hudson. And here's DH Jacob Hasapopoulos. Yeah, that had some weird spin. It was like off the end of the bat, and Webb reached back with the bare hand. Couldn't get to it. And the ball just kind of almost spun to a stop when it hit the dirt. There's a strike from Webb. Middle infielders at double play depth. Third baseman Lauscher is back. Stein, the first baseman, holding the runner. Here's another pitch just off the plate. Good location that time from Webb. Ball and 2 strikes now to Hasapopoulos. Sun's starting to peek out here a little bit at Carson Park. Some shadows on the infield and out in left and center. Right fielder Perkins and second baseman Hesselman are going to have to deal with some sun from their positions. There's a grounder to short. Cornell has it, knocks it down. Tries to get the quick throw to Hesselman. Karams off of him. The lead runner, Heisler, going to make it all the way over to third base.
Yeah, Cornell had that ground ball kind of eat him up there with the last hop, and then he kind of compounded it when he just rifled it to the second baseman, who was just too close for that hot a throw. He really just kind of needed to trust that flip and see if he could get him, because that just forced another free base as he threw it away.
Here is Spencer Bullis coming to bat with runners at the corners and 1 down.
Yeah, I was interested to see how they were going to score that as 1 error or 2, because actually that could go down as 2 errors. For 1, just to allow him to get to the base, and then he threw it away to allow him to advance to a second base.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% sure that even if he makes that throw and Hesselman gloves it, that they get the runner going down there.
Agreed, 100%. Yeah, it would have been really close, but at least it would have been, if he flips it over, gets it to him, it's not thrown away. So Hudson with a good chance here now.
That pitch upstairs, it's 1-1. During the high school season, Sparks, we saw a lot of times middle infielders, that second hop, sometimes they had some problems with it. And I don't know if it's the dirt that's loose out there or them not coming up on the ball. I don't know exactly what it is, but we saw that more than a few times.
Yeah, it truly was later in the game. Now, tonight, of course, this is the second game on this field, a doubleheader, so you're right. I think it just gets kind of chewed up late in the games, so they've got to take that opportunity to come and get the ball before it gets too many hops.
Bullis takes that one for a ball. It's 2-1.
We used to preach, take the bad hop out of it. Go get it. Go attack the baseball. You might just take that bad hop and get out of there before it ever gets to you.
Here's a strike. Count is even, 2-2.
Good pitch right there by Webb. Up and in on a lefty. He's looking for the strikeout right here.
Bullis fights that one off. Count remains 2-2 with 1 down here. Top of 2 in a scoreless game. But Hudson has got runners at the corners. Webb checks the runners. 2-2 pitch. Strike three called. Second strikeout of the inning for Webb.
Yeah, good curveball. Came through the back door right there. Off the plate to the outside, came back and got a lot of the plate. Caught him looking.
Here is the left fielder, Berganani.
Well, we were talking how he needed a strikeout in that situation, and he got it. Now he's got 2 outs. He could work himself out of this jam.
Curveball misses inside, 1-0.
Got Oni ducking on that one, and it actually didn't miss by much.
Lifted in the air to right. It's drifting foul. Long run, Tommy Perkins. Count is even now 1-1. You know, you talk about somebody like Webb on the challenge of facing players from bigger high school programs. On the flip side, these Hudson guys haven't seen him before.
True. Yeah, and he is a quality pitcher. You're right. But it will be good for him, you know, as he goes on and moves on to play, that here's a chance to show it here against much more high caliber type teams.
Two balls, one strike, 2 down. Lifted in the air to right center. Tommy Perkins coming on and makes the catch. Hudson threatens, does not score. We move to the bottom of the second in a scoreless game. Eau Claire coming to bat. When we return, you're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today. Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider. For all your insurance needs, you can depend on Castle Insurance. Eau Claire coming to bat here. Bottom 2, they will send up 5, 6, 7 in their order. Carter Gunderson, Carter Veith, and Elliott Height against the right-hander Nick Heisler, who was pretty sharp in the first inning, save for that hit by pitch when he plunked Sawyer Stein on the backside, but he got out of it with 2 fly ball outs to center and a strikeout looking. Gunderson will step in, trying to get something started for Eau Claire here. Bottom half of inning number 2. Gunderson swinging at the first pitch, chops it foul. Outfield medium deep, and Fairly straight away on Gunderson. One and one now, the count to Gunderson. Swing and a miss. Good pitch from Eisler.
Yeah, real good. Got it inside underneath the hands, swung right over the top of it.
Eisler working out of the stretch. Another breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a hard slider right there.
It'll bring up the catcher, Carter Veith.
Yeah, Carter Veith out of Elk Mound. I'll tell you what, just watching him during warm-ups and stuff, he's got one of the better arms behind the plate that I've seen this year.
There's a strike on the outside corner. Hudson Raiders high school team had the first team All-State catcher in Hunter Carlson, the Wichita State recruit.
Yeah, every time Carlson came to Carson Park, he always put on a show, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he did at that sectional as well. Where I think I even saw a video at their state tournament game when they were playing Sun Prairie East, where Cardinals had a guy on second. Carlson, the catcher, popped out of that crouch and just fired a seed down to second. They got the guy picked off. But yeah, you're right. Watching Veith in warm-ups, a real strong arm, very accurate. One of the top players on that Elk Mound team that won its conference as well as a regional. His teammate Caden Russo, his high school teammate, is on this Legion team as well. Yeah, what a great opportunity for all these guys to play a summer of baseball at a high level and get to meet some new friends in the process.
Yeah, to me that's the biggest thing about summer baseball is you just get to hang around with some different guys and you get make, like you said, just kind of create different friendships, and sometimes they stick around for quite a while. You can reminisce about the old summer baseball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. Veith is going to walk that one off and chop that off one of the feet. Again, here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Came with that slider again. Late action. Diving away from the hitter, swing and missed.
3 strikeouts so far for Nick Eisler. Now here's Elliott Height batting from the left side. Good to see Height back on the baseball field.
Yeah, he missed a couple of games late in the season for Memorial. But like you said, now he's back and looks healthy, so that's great.
1-0 pitch from Eisler. That misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Elliott Height had a couple of home runs during the high school season.
Yeah, he generates really good bat speed. Tall kid, goes about 6'5". It's now 3-0 to Height. He's got quite a vertical leap as well.
Yeah, he does.
As we remember from the basketball season. Yep. Boy, he can really get up. Foul tip into the mitt of the catcher, Bullis. It's 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, I had a 3-0 green light, took a good hack.
Count full now to Elliott Height.
We'll see if Heisler comes back with that slider here. Had good command of it, and he's got a couple of strikeouts with that one. I think if he throws this one towards the back foot of Height, he might get him.
Height fights that one off. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here, bottom half of inning number 2 in a scoreless game. Eau Claire's still looking for its first hit.
That one looked like a fastball, so this is a good opportunity to follow it up with a slider.
That one misses outside. Height works the walk.
Yeah, good at bat right there for Elliott Height. Fouled off a couple of good pitches and earns himself a walk.
Second base runner of the game for Eau Claire. Here's Kellen Smith, the Altoona High School product. Height runs well. We'll see if Eau Claire puts him in motion here. With the number 8 hitter, Kellen Smith, up. Smith takes inside. It's 1-0.
Yeah, with Elliott Height on first base, he's about 5 strides in the slide, and he's in the second.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. 1-0 pitch. That one catches the corner. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Heisler's not real quick to home, so we'll see if he sends him here.
Height stays put. There's another one that paints the corner, and it's 1-2.
You know, Heisler may not be real quick to home, but he's got a slide step, and he varies his moves. Like, he's going to vary the amount of time he holds onto the baseball. When he comes home, a pause, short pause, long pause. Good job by him.
Height is running, and that one plunks Kellen Smith.
Right there on the elbow guard.
So 2 on for Eau Claire. Walk to Height. Smith hit by a pitch, and now Tommy Perkins, Eau Claire North product. Perkins was a guy who heated up toward the end of the season. Handles the bat well from the left side. Well, pitcher and catcher, Heisler and Bullis, are going to have a little chat. Probably to change up the sign sequence a little bit with the runner at second.
Yep, a little review on what are we going to use now with the runner at second.
Perkins takes a strike in the corner.
Yeah, good pitch right there from Heisler, right on the outside corner.
Perkins gets a piece, but he's in an 0-2 hole. Two on, 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Perkins, a little jam job, pops it up in the infield, and Zuli grabs that one. 2 complete from Carson Park. We are scoreless between Hudson and Eau Claire. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall to Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall to Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greece, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Restaurant. Eau Claire's best-kept secret, the Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. You can get Culligan Water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. New pitcher for Eau Claire. It's the right-hander Aiden Ecker out of Eau Claire North High School, a solid number 2 starter for the Huskies this past spring. Also one defensive change, Jamison Koska, now playing down at second base. Ecker will face the top of the Hudson order, Jack Solheid, Reese Pickard, Landon Zuli. Solheid flew out to center field back in the first inning. Ecker delivers a strike.
Yeah, we had a chance to see Ecker pitch quite a bit this spring. He was an outstanding pitcher for the Huskies.
Yeah, he's got decent stuff, but biggest thing, he works fast and he pounds the zone. You know, his MO is, hey, I got fielders behind me, so let's get the ball in there and let's kind of keep this thing moving along. Came inside that time. Solheid had to back out of the way. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And we have our classic one time every game where the scoreboard goes out.
Mm-hmm. Lights are on, though, at Carson Park. They just got flipped on.
Oh, that's what they did. They flipped the lights on and flipped the scoreboard off.
Yeah. Here's a strike to Solheid, and it's 2-2.
We talk about Eckert, how he works fast, and it's so good for the infielders. Just keeps them on their toes. Much more ready to play.
Chop foul at the plate. Good pitch from Ecker that kind of tailed in on that right-handed hitting Jack Solheid.
Boy, did it ever. It got way in there. He fouled that one off his right foot.
The person turning the lights on, you turn the scoreboard off. If you turn it on,
Chuckling after hearing that announcement from PA announcer Dave Hansen.
Yeah, he made the announcement just what we said. You turn the lights on, but you turn the scoreboard off. Just telling it like it is.
They say you come to the ballpark, you see something you've never seen before. Count is full to Jack Solheid. Well, it's going to get the guys in the Eau Claire bullpen scrambling. Perkins, the right fielder, will retrieve that one.
Yeah, Solheid's doing a great job here battling. He's got 2 strikes on him.
Lifted in the air, right side, long run by Stein and Perkins, and neither one can get there.
Yeah, long run for both of them. Stayed in play, but just couldn't get to it. For those of you curious about the College World Series, Tennessee 3, Texas A&M 1, and heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Well, that game's moving right along.
Which is unusual for the college game.
3-2 pitch from Ecker. Oh, and that just missed. Good at bat by Solheid. Saw a lot of pitches, fouled a number of good pitches off, and worked a walk.
Yeah, now Hudson's got their leadoff man on here to start the third, and he's got good wheels.
And that one gets away from the catcher, Veith, and Solheid's going to move down to second. Reese Packard has one of the Hudson hits.
Yeah, he showed bunt right there and then pulled it back. We'll see if they want to keep it on or since he's already at second, they'll let him swing away.
Takes that one inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Acker comes set, delivers upstairs. Here's a strike from Aiden Ecker, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike to Reese Packard. Fair ball, gloved by Stein. Nice job there to scoop that one up. The runner does advance to third.
That was a lot trickier than what it seemed to be off the end of the bat or whatever it was. It, like you said, it had a lot of spin where it's going to go over the bag. And Stein's great job moving his feet to get to that one for the out.
So 1 down here. Top of the third, and Landon Zulli at the plate. Zulli flew out to left back in the first. 0-1 now the count to Zulli.
Yeah, good pitch by Eckert right there. Got it inside on the hands. Zulli could just foul it off. That's the best he could do.
Now, these are 2 guys that should know each other pretty well and have faced each other with Ecker pitching and Zulli at the plate. Popped up. Stein calls off Ecker and makes the catch.
Yeah, good job by Ecker getting out of his way. Stein will just run you over to get to that one. Good job of the pitcher just giving away to the infielder. That's definitely the right order.
Yeah, easier for Stein to come in and make that catch than it is for Ecker to kind of scoot off the mound to the left.
Big out right there. Infield fly. Now it's 2 outs. Guy on third.
Nick Hirsch is the batter. He popped up to second base to end the first inning. Fastball inside. Ball and a strike now to Nick Hirsch. It's about the third hitter that's fouled a ball off his foot tonight.
Yeah, the second one here just in this inning because Eckert's doing a great job of getting that ball inside. He's probably throwing that 2-seamer, and it's starting to tail in underneath them, and they're just falling straight down off their foot.
Ball and 2 strikes. Runner at third is Jack Solheid. Breaking ball, missed outside, 2-2.
Yeah, I like the pitch call right there, just didn't quite execute it. Got to get off the plate and throw that on the outside. Now you come back in with that fastball on inside again.
Exactly what he did, Sparks.
Yep. Good pitch sequence right there. Again, just something fouls it off.
Tried to shoot that outside corner, didn't get it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at third. A little roller again off the foot, and Hirsch is going to try to shake that thing off.
Yeah, he's kind of chuckling with the home plate umpire Eckert on that one. He's like, geez, that's 2. What is going on here?
Three-two pitch. Strike 3 called. Ecker pitches out of that, and we remain scoreless. Eau Claire coming to bat, bottom 3 when we return. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Back to the top of the order for Eau Claire. Trent Cornell will lead it off. It's the righty Nick Heisler, who has yet to allow a hit through 2 innings. Eau Claire had a base runner in the first, 2 more in the second. And you know, Sparks, since I always have an eye for fashion, did you check out the cleats that Trent Cornell is wearing? He's got the Air Jordans.
Oh, there you go, yeah. How
Yeah,
about
the
that?
old school Air Jordans. That's a good look.
That goes well with the uniform, doesn't it?
Yeah. Cornell pops it up. Tough play. And Heisler couldn't quite get there. It's a long run for the first baseman, Brathwell.
Yeah, I think Heisler thought he was there. Like I said, as he was running, he just kind of lost sight at the last second and tipped off his glove, went foul. So Cornell stays alive.
Yeah, and that color scheme on Cornell's shoes also worked for Altoona, the red and the black. One-two pitch. I'll have to ask him if that factored into his thought process when he bought those cleats.
I will guarantee you it did. Just gave him another reason to go ahead and to get him.
Sure. Two balls, 2 strikes. One misses outside. University of San Francisco, where Cornell is headed to play college baseball. Green and gold. So you may have to find a similar shoe in team colors.
Yeah, you got to believe they'll be supplying those for him.
Yeah, the swag. It's it's plentiful when you get to Division One. Division 3 Sparks, we bought our own cleats. Rip to left. And that one's going to get all the way to the fence. Cornell chugging around first. He'll cruise into second with a stand-up double. First hit of the game for Eau Claire is a one-hop double off the fence and left.
Yeah, he sat on that one and just ripped it down the line. Good swing on that one. Best opportunity here now for Eau Claire to score.
So here's Jamison Kostka. He replaced Logan Hesselman in the field.
Kostka, not a real big guy. See what he does here.
You got the third baseman, Silas Hessler, coming in.
Yeah, Coach Andy Neese and Rob Fadness there from Regis talked about their team just really being young and looking forward to their progress over the next couple of years.
That one skips away from the catcher, Spencer Bullis, and Cornell will advance to third. Yeah, we had a chance to see the Regis Ramblers in one of their early season games against Columbus Catholic out of Marshfield, and yeah, I can see why Coach Neese and Coach Fadness are pretty high on some of those youngsters. Kostka pops one up on the infield. Heisler, the third baseman under it, makes the catch.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the Eau Claire Legion is that their Hudson infield is playing back. So you got the shortstop second baseman playing deep, so a ground ball up the middle would have scored him, but unfortunately that infield pop-up just keeps Cornell stranded at third.
And here is Sawyer Stein. I think you felt good if you were Eau Claire to let Kostka swing away there, knowing that you got Stein and Lauscher coming up.
And that
Stein got hit.
That's his second time in a row.
So Eau Claire now runners at first and third, and Leo Lauscher coming to the plate. Stein runs well for a big kid and a first baseman, so we'll see if Eau Claire wants to put him in motion and try to get two guys in scoring position for Leo Lauscher.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they do, just because Lauscher could hit a gap and then Stein could score on that instead. Oh, that's the last
check swing back to the pitcher. They'll go to first for the out.
Lauscher, just a little check swing, goes back to the pitcher. Heisler could get out of this with nobody out and a runner on third now.
Here's Carter Gunderson, who struck out in the second. So an opportunity for Gunderson to knock a couple in. Yeah, that's just one of those pitches that I guarantee you Lauscher is sitting in the dugout not real happy with himself.
No, he did not look at it running down first. He knew. Well, big opportunity here for Carter Gunderson now. Singles probably scores two, but they need that big two-out hit now.
Zulli and Stein having a nice chat out there at second base. Two guys that were travel ball teammates. Ground ball to short. Zulli has it. Throw across is in time. Eau Claire threatens but does not score. We are scoreless through 3 innings. You are watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak.
Those are the old school
Culligan,
little thing that
give us a tap. The only water that...
Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank. With several options to fit your business, learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. Scoreless game through the first 3 innings. Hudson coming to bat here, top of 4, and they will have 5, 6, 7 in their order. Bennett Brathel, Silas Heisler, Jacob Hassapopoulos against Aiden Ecker, the right-hander, beginning his second inning of work. Each team in the third was threatening to score. The Raiders got a runner over to third. Couldn't bring him in. One hopper down to Koska. Gets the out at first.
One pitch, one out. Eckert's got it like that.
Here's Silas Heisler. Got one of Hudson's 2 hits. You know, even though this is the first home game for Eau Claire, first time we've had a chance to watch these guys play. And obviously the same for Hudson. But that's the nice thing about Legion, is it all these guys are coming after high school season, so it's just, hey, they're in a different uniform, but it looks like looks like these guys have been playing a while, which obviously they have.
Yeah, mid-season form, as they say.
3-pitch strikeout for Ecker. Heisler is retired. Ecker's second strikeout since he entered the game to start the third. Here's Jacob Hassapopoulos. He reached on an error. Ecker dealing now 1-1 to Hassapopoulos. All right, to the first baseman, Sawyer Stein. So a quick inning for pitcher Aiden Ecker. Eau Claire coming to bat, bottom 4 when we return. You are watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to Carson Park, getting set to start the bottom of the fourth. Eau Claire will send up Carter Veith, Elliott Height, and Kellen Smith, scheduled hitters, against the righty Nick Heisler, who was allowed just the one hit through the first 3 innings. Eau Claire's best scoring opportunity in these last couple innings. Second inning, they had 2 on with 2 outs. Last inning, they were able to get their leadoff hitter over to third, but then left runners on second and third. Couple changes for Hudson. Basically position changes. Spencer Bullis moves from catcher to second base. We got a correction. Owen Wagner now playing down at second base. So Silas Heisler moves behind the plate. And over at third is Jack Solheid.
Hudson's going to get their bullpen just slowly getting loose as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
Carter Veith, a rocket to left, and a nice jumping catch there by Berganani. I thought that one might be over his head.
Yeah, I thought he was fooled initially, but thank goodness he's tall enough to get up there and get it.
It's a second really well-hit ball. These last 2 innings, Cornell had that one-hop double off the fence and left, and then Veith just hit a rocket out there, but that one wound up right in the glove of Berganani. Here's Elliott Height. Height walked in the second. Veith now 0 for 2. Got a right-hander working in the Eau Claire bullpen. Have you noticed the system they have out there? So pitching coach Jeff Dykes is out there catching to get a good look at the pitcher, but then he just flips the ball to Jack Gabler, who then throws it back to the pitcher.
I'll keep Jack loose, too. Now he doesn't have to play the catcher thing.
Boy, those veteran coaches, they don't miss a trick, do they?
Yeah, other than he's on a knee, personally, I'd find a bucket. Because I'd have a tough time getting up off that knee after that many pitches.
Now he did the underhand flip back to the pitcher. And we're happy to report Jeff Dykes got off the one knee. 3 balls, no strikes. Height swinging 3-0, pops it up. Zuli, the shortstop, calling for it. He makes the catch. So 2 outs here, bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Kellen Smith, who was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat.
Boy, Heisler continues to pitch well. Just kind of moving that ball in and out, up and down. He's got that good slider.
Claire looking to get something going with 2 outs. Chopped foul by Smith. Yeah, it's a lefty working out in the Hudson bullpen. Oh, 1 pitch coming to Smith.
Kind of lost the grip on that one. It was about a 55-footer.
Fouled off toward the right side. Well, you don't want to put too much of the sticky stuff on. I was watching in the Major League game last night, Mets and Cubs. The Mets reliever comes out to throw the ninth, and he didn't even throw a pitch in the game. They looked at his glove and said, no, you're out.
Yeah, they checked him, right, because you have to check the pitcher that's coming in relief before they even start throwing. Yeah, and you could see it on his glove and then even in the fingers. They zoomed in on him.
Crowded to short. Zuli the scoop. Throw. They get him. Good stretch over there at first by Bennett Brathel. Eau Claire is retired in the fourth. We remain scoreless. You are watching Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
We are back at Carson Park. Top of inning number 5. We've got a pinch hitter for Hudson. Batting for Spencer Bullis will be Owen Wagner.
Yeah, Owen Wagner took over at second base last inning.
Wagner bounces one to short. Cornell, the scoop and the throw. It's in time. Yeah, we mentioned Hudson does not have its full complement of players, so Wagner moving up from the 17U team. And interesting that Hudson now has 2 number 6s in its lineup. Jack Solheim, the leadoff hitter, also wears number 6.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have any problem telling the two apart, though. Solheim is put together.
Solheim, yeah, he's the veteran,
yeah.
and
he looks it.
Wagner's the young guy. But like we talked about before, I mean, great opportunity. And, you know, when you're a young player, I think the best thing you can do is just soak up as much knowledge as you can from all the guys around you.
Oh, absolutely, right. You want to learn from the upperclassmen, the older guys that have been around and know how to do it right. And it's their job to actually work with those young kids and get them improved and continue to teach them.
You know, it's interesting. I was talking to North High alum Gabe Richardson, who's playing this year for the Express, and I was talking to him before one of their games last week. Gabe plays at Minnesota Duluth, a really solid Division II program. I asked him, okay, what's it like, you know, playing Summer League? Well, one, you know, here's a team you watched growing up. But 2, you're around guys from, you know, bigger programs, the Stanfords, the Cal Polys, and places like that. And he just said, hey, I'm just trying to get as much knowledge as I can and pick their brain and, you know, offer whatever I can. And he's just trying to soak up the whole experience.
Yeah, it's just a great experience for those guys that get to play in the Northwoods League or the Cape Cod League, and just to be around such talented players. And like I said, just continue to learn from them.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Ecker. Bergen Ani down on strikes.
That's a great pitch right there. Inside, down and in. Swung right through it.
So back to the top of the order, and Jack Solheim. Solheim 0 for 1. He walked, advanced all the way to third in the third inning, but got stranded there. Solheim was the first batter faced by the reliever Aiden Ecker after Tyler Webb pitched the first 2 for Eau Claire. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Wind has calmed down a little bit now. Had been blowing right to left and a little bit out. Grounder up the middle, takes a tough hop on Cornell. So Solheim on via the error. And Sparks, that's another one that I think as Cornell gets more used to the surface here at Carson Park, I think in the future he's going to be charging those and just going to keep going. He played that hop and it just kind of skidded on him.
Yeah, went right through the old 5-hole, but you're right. Again, you've just got to kind of come and just keep meeting the baseball and take as many hops out of it that you can so it doesn't have that opportunity to take a bad hop.
And sometimes that happens when you've got an infielder with a really strong arm. You figure, okay, I'm going to play back. That's going to enhance my range. I'm going to get to more balls. I'm going to let my arm do the work. And play like that. That's why sometimes when you hear routine grounder, as far as I'm concerned, Sparks, especially at this level, very few things are routine.
Yeah.
You know that. You coached long enough.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a good play or it's not a good play. It's nothing routine.
Yeah. And it just shows you can't really take anything for granted. Popped up on the infield. Kostka underneath it. He makes the grab. Hudson is retired at the top half of the fifth. We remain scoreless at Carson Park. You are watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
New pitcher for Hudson, the lefty Jacob Hasapopoulos, who was the DH for Hudson. So Hasapopoulos on relief of Nick Heisler, who was solid through the first 4 innings.
Yeah, outstanding job. And Nick Heisler, 4 innings, just gave up the 1 hit.
Hasapopoulos will face 9-1-2 in this Eau Claire batting order. That's Tommy Perkins, Trent Cornell, Jamison Kostka, the scheduled hitters. Tommy Perkins popped out to the shortstop Landon Zulli to end the second inning. Lights starting to take hold here at Carson Park on what's been a really nice evening. Pretty much ideal baseball weather in my book, Sparks.
Oh, absolutely. And if you were unable to come on down for this great weather and great game, then we're glad you joined us on the broadcast instead. But, whoa, what a beautiful night.
Slow breaking ball catches the inside corner and Perkins wasn't really sure to whether he should pull the trigger or not. Decided to hold up at the last second.
Slow is the word you're looking for there, and then some. Another one.
Perkins stands pretty close to home plate. See where Hasapopoulos delivers this one. 1-2 pitch. Lifted to left. Ani going backpedaling, and makes the catch. That one had some good carry to it. So one down here in the fifth, back to the top of the order. And Tyler Iverson will bat for Trent Cornell, so Iverson will likely take over at shortstop.
Yeah, Eau Claire Legion's going to have to be a little more patient now. Obviously, his fastball is not as strong and not as firm, and he comes with that slow breaking pitch that you're going to have to stay back on.
Iverson out of Eau Claire Memorial had a solid high school season. One of those versatile guys you like to have on a team because you can plug him in at any number of positions, and he can also get on the mound and give you a few innings.
Yeah, absolutely. Very crucial player for that Old Abe team.
Takes one low there from Hasapopoulos, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike.
Well, he can sit on a pitch here. He's got a 3-1 count. Look for something to turn on.
And it's a walk to Iverson. So he's aboard with 1 out. Jamison Koska will step up for his second at-bat. Koska inserted into the game for Logan Hesselman, the starting second baseman. Koska swings through that curveball. It's 0-1. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's 1-1. That time both Jack Solheim, the third baseman, and Bennett Brathel, the first baseman, were charging. Ball and a strike, 1 out, 1 on. Good pitch by Hasapopoulos. That one came in on the hands, and Koska couldn't catch up with it. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you throw in that looping curveball, and then you come back with that fastball. It just looks that much faster.
Koska staying alive, just getting a piece of that one.
Yeah, good job of holding up and waiting for that breaking ball to come down.
Runner goes right back towards us, but over the press box.
I was ready.
You were fully extended, Sparks. You had like that big first baseman.
Oh, yeah. You got it. Had to stretch.
Left hand up there.
I wasn't ready to lay out for it, though. That's for sure.
Well, it's early in the season. We got a long ways to go. Ball and 2 strikes to Koska. Runner not going that time. Slow curveball misses outside. 2-2.
Good battle here for Koska. He's fouled off some pitches, taking that one that just missed out.
Runner goes. Play at second.
He's going to beat it.
Safe.
He went on first move, and by the time the pitcher got it to the first baseman and down, he'd already beaten it. Iverson's showing some speed.
Boy, and that was really close to a balk.
I agree.
Hasapopoulos had that leg kind of dangling, and it'd be one if we could break it down frame by frame like they do at the higher levels. It'd been interesting to see if, which way that front leg was moving.
Yeah, he kind of came up and almost paused, almost came to a dead stop, and that is a balk if you do. But then he ended up just going to first base, but Iverson with a good jump beat it.
Yaska takes one on the outside corner, strike 3. 2 down. Iverson remains at second. But an RBI situation for Sawyer Stein.
Yeah, let's see if Sawyer Stein can actually swing the bat this time, as he's been hit by the pitch both other plate appearances.
Outfield playing deep all the way around. A lot of room out in right center.
Yeah, I don't think the right fielder needs to be hugging that right field line with Stein. He could probably go about 20 feet to his right.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Osipopoulos low and inside.
We'll see here if Stein's sitting on that slow breaking ball. Sometimes when you're a power hitter, you just know they're going to come with that at some point, and you're just going to sit on it and just wait to rip it.
That one skips away from the catcher.
Yeah, there was the breaking pitch.
Iverson will move up to third base.
That was the breaking pitch, but he spiked it, so I'm sure Stein's going to get the green light here, 3-0. Try to drive in that first run of the night.
Osipopoulos will continue working out of the stretch. 3-0 pitch. Stein had a notion.
Yeah, it was a high fastball. I think that's a good take right there.
Yeah, I would agree. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one bounces away, and Eau Claire's going to get a run.
Yep, spiked another curveball, and it got past the catcher. So that's how Eau Claire scores the first run of the night.
So Stein reaches base for a third time. He's still 0 for 0. 2 hit by pitches and a walk.
Still has no average on the night, but he's been on 3 times.
You know, the guy you want to be careful when you're pitching to him. One is Sawyer Stein, 1A, Leo Lauscher, who's at the plate now.
And here's a guy who's looking for redemption.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2 in his last at-bat with runners at the corners and 1 down. He had a check swing, 1 hopper back to the pitcher, Nick Eisler. He was retired. So, yeah, you're exactly right. He is wanting to drive the ball here. Hits it hard. It's scooped by Solheim. The throw across is in time. One third baseman retiring another one. A nice play. But Eau Claire does pick up a run, and after 5, your score is 1-0. Eau Claire leading Hudson. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hudson leads in the hit column 2-1, but Eau Claire has the advantage in the score column 1-0. Picking up a run in the top half, or the bottom half of the fifth inning. Scoring a run on no hits. So now Hudson looking to answer. They'll have 3, 4, 5 in their order. Landon Zulli, Nick Hirsch, Bennett Brathel to face the third Eau Claire pitcher of the night. This is number 24, Jake Bjerke out of Levi-Strum High School.
We had given a score earlier with the College World Series. It's now in the top of the 8th inning, and Tennessee over A&M 6-1.
Volunteers closing in on a title.
Their first ever, if they can close it out.
It's also a Game 7 going on in the NHL. Producer, videographer Cade Marshall is a hockey guy, so he's paying attention to that, as am I. We had different picks as to who was going to win, though. He went with Florida, I went with Edmonton. It's 2-1 Panthers after 2. I'm disputing both goals, even though I didn't see them.
Yeah, which you never saw. So
yeah, I didn't see them, but I'm still going to dispute them. On general principles. 3-0 now to Zulli. Bjerke, a hard-throwing right-hander.
Yeah, he sure is. Well, you could see why Oliva had a lot of success this year with Webb and Bjerke on the mound.
Yeah, and then you throw in Gunderson, who saw some time on the mound as well. And there's a walk to Zulli. When we talk about Zulli, he's just a solid ball player.
Yeah, he is.
Good eye at
very
the plate.
Good, very smooth.
Got some pop in the bat and plays a really nice shortstop. Here's Nick Hirsch. He's 0 for 2. Zulli 0 for 2 with the walk. That one just a little bit low. It's 1-0 to Hirsch. Bjerke delivers outside.
Yeah, Bjerke just a little off right now in his rhythm. A little struggle with the strike zone here.
And that one's just a little bit low. It's 3-0. There are a few guys up in the Eau Claire bullpen, but mainly just doing some stretching out there. There's a good pitch on the inside corner from Bjerke. It's 3-1.
Yeah, Bjerke's looking for a good pitch right here to see if he can roll over something, get a double play. There could
Grounded
be.
to short. Iverson, Koska for 1. Relay! Not in time. Good turn by Koska. But they do get the lead runner for out number 1. Zulli is retired.
Yeah, just wasn't hit quite hard enough, really. A good pitch, sawed him off, got the ground ball, but a little slow developing.
Here's Bennett Brathel. A pitch on the outside corner. It's 0-1 to Brathel.
Looks like Bjerke might starting to find his rhythm.
Ball and a strike. It is catcher Carter Veith stretching out for that one. Inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. That one misses outside. It's 3-1. Third straight hitter that has gone to a 3-ball count. Bjerke walked Zulli on a 3-1 pitch. Got Hirsch to bounce into a fielder's choice, 3-1. That one lined to center. Elliott Height drifting back. He makes the catch. Brathel hit it well, but pretty much right at the center fielder, Elliott Height. 2 down here in the 6th. It'll be up to Silas Heisler. Began the game as the third baseman, then moved behind the plate. Nick Hirsch is the runner at first. Bjerke working ahead there. It's 0-1.
I don't think Bjerke's even throwing a curveball or a changeup yet. I think he's just nothing but fastball so far.
Yeah, that's I noticed that as well, Sparks. He's just coming in there with heat, and he gets it up there in a hurry. High fastball, and Heisler swung right through that. It's 0-2. He kind of has that look of a closer, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does. There's the first slider we've seen.
Good job behind the plate by Carter Veith to smother that one. And there's a base hit to left. Good piece of hitting by Heisler, who I think hit that one off the handle, but got enough of it to send it into left field and put it right between the third baseman Lauscher and the shortstop Iverson.
Yeah, good call. Definitely off the handle of the bat there, but hit it well enough to drive it out to left field. So now they've got a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs.
Here's Jacob Hasapopoulos, who's 0 for 2. Began the game as the DH, is now on the mound for Hudson. Chance to help his own cause. Takes a ball from Bjerke. Good fastball there from Veith, who elevated that one. Hasapopoulos couldn't catch up with it. Pitch right on the corner, and it's 1-2. So Bjerke again 1 strike away from pitching his way out of this inning. Runner goes.
That's a strike
That's
3
a called strike 3. Good pitch from Bjerke, who does work out of the jam.
Excellent slider there.
Hudson threatens, does not score. Eau Claire coming to bat, bottom 6. When we return to Carson Park, you are watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
So 11. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Carson Park. Jacob Hassapopoulos, the left-hander, remains on the mound for Hudson, and he will face 5, 6, 7 in the Eau Claire order, and Eau Claire will send up a pinch hitter as Chase Watkins. Will bat for Carter Gunderson, the DH. Gunderson went 0 for 2 tonight. Watkins had an outstanding senior season at Eau Claire North. He'll be playing in that high school all-star game this weekend. On his way to UW Eau Claire to play baseball for the Blue Golds. So it'll be Watkins, Veith, and Height, scheduled hitters here for Eau Claire. Bottom 6, looking to tack on some insurance runs. And what has been a game dominated by pitching and defense.
Yeah, runs have been hard to come by tonight. They've had opportunities, but just haven't come up with the big hit at the right time.
Watkins, we saw him reach that short porch out and right during the high school season. And he's hit by the pitch. Hassapopoulos trying to go with that slow curveball inside, but it hit Watkins, so Eau Claire has its leadoff batter on here in the 6th. Veith will step in. 0 for 2. Hit the ball hard last time when he lined out to left fielder Berganani.
Yeah, he hit a bullet out to left field that almost fooled the left field. It almost got over his head.
Veith pops one up right side. Long run. Who's going to get it? Nobody. And it's going to wind up as a base hit.
It is. Yeah, I don't know why the second baseman, he just gave up on it and was going to let the first baseman try to track that down, but that is the second baseman's ball all the way unless for some reason he lost sight of it.
So you remember the Hudson made that change, and so it's Owen Wagner playing out there at second. And you're right. I mean, it's a tough play because it's kind of hitting that no man's land there. There's no way the right fielder Hirsch was going to be able to make a play. Brathall, the first baseman, had to spin and try to track it with his back to the infield. But it dropped in. Now here's Elliott Height. Bunts foul. Two on, nobody out. 0-1 the count now to Elliott Height. Good scoop behind the plate. The catcher, Silas Heisler.
Yeah, Height showed bunt on the first one and just bunted a foul. And second one, he didn't even show. We'll see what they do here on the third pitch.
Height swinging, but a good pitch from Hassapopoulos. Pulled the string on him. It's 1-2. One pitch misses outside. Check that 1-2 pitch. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, good little fastball just outside there.
Swing and a miss. Kept that one away from Height. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 6th. Kellen Smith coming to the plate. Smith 0 for 1 officially, reached after he was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Hudson looking for the ground ball. Smith looking to find some grass in the outfield.
Smith with a good swing on that first pitch fastball.
You know, Hassapopoulos is not overpowering, but when he mixed the fastball with that slow curve, it makes him tough. It's now 0-2 now to Kellen Smith. Swing and a miss.
Just tied him up inside. Good pitch.
Back-to-back strikeouts from Jacob Hassapopoulos. That'll leave it up to Tommy Perkins. Perkins 0 for 2 tonight. Strike on the outside corner. The thing about Hassapopoulos, there's kind of a randomness to how he pitches. It's not really a pattern. He'll just mix.
Yeah, he'll throw any pitch in any count. You're right.
There's that slow curveball popped up left side. Solheim backpedaling makes a nice catch. Eau Claire threatens but does not score. We move to the 7th inning here at Carson Park with Eau Claire leading Hudson 1-0. You are watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
We are back at Carson Park, top of the 7th inning, in a tight ball game. Eau Claire leading Hudson 1-0. Hudson will send up 8, 9, and 1 in their order. It'll be Owen Wagner, Bergen Ani, and back at the top of the order, and Jack Solheim, the scheduled hitters here for Hudson, top of the 7th inning.
See if Jake Berkey can come out here in the 7th and kind of work ahead in the count. Found himself behind in a lot of counts last inning.
Delivers a strike there. Big sweeper that time that just missed the outside corner. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch started inside and wound up missing the plate off the outside corner. Ball and 2 strikes. Count now to Wagner.
Yeah, if he can land that sweeper, he is going to be tough. Right now, Hudson's just sitting on that fastball. See if he comes back with it right here.
A little bit of a wrinkle there, but missed inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wagner 0 for 1 since entering the game. At second base, he bounced out to shortstop. Up the middle, tough play. Koska makes it look easy.
Real nice play for Koska, showing the range.
Boy, there's a lot of hooting and hollering out of that Eau Claire dugout. Jamison Koska ranging far to his right. Scoop, a strong throw to first.
Yeah, he did everything just so quick. Got to the ball quick, a quick exchange, and got rid of it. Real nice play from Koska. And a big out. That first out in the 7th inning is always big. Keep those bases empty.
Veith is going to go out and have a word with Bjerke. There's some activity in the Hudson bullpen.
Yeah, just in case they can push a run across here in the 7th.
Bjerke, again, sticking with that fastball. He's probably throwing, 90-95% fastball since he's come in. And
yeah, the difference this inning, he's getting that first pitch strike.
But since he's been in, nobody's really squared up on him. The one hit he allowed was kind of a jam job off that handle that split the third baseman and shortstop. Ball and a strike with 1 down. That one a little low, 2-1. Line to left, and that's a base hit. Berganani, his first hit of the game. He represents the tying run down there at first base. Back to the top of the order, and Jack Solheim.
Yeah, Ani put a real good swing in it. A hard line shot out to left field, sitting on that fastball. Now Hudson gets the top of the order to try to push a run across.
Strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there from Bjerke.
Yeah, if Bjerke can live right there on that outside edge and get that call, that'll really be beneficial.
Bjerke ahead in the count now, 0-2. That's Landon Zulli, who is warming up in the Hudson bullpen. But
well, he could be winding up his shoulder, too.
Yeah, maybe. Bjerke misses outside. Zulli's in the hole, so his turn at bat is coming up. So,
but Ani's getting a pretty good lead over here at first base. I wonder if they'll take that gamble and try to send him.
With that, Bjerke steps off.
Yeah, Solheim actually had called time.
Ball and 2 strikes. Good lead at first. He's not going. That one lifted and down for a base hit. Perkins gets the ball in quickly, but Hudson has first and second.
Back-to-back singles.
Reese Packard comes to the plate. Packard 1 for 3, singled back in the first inning. Hudson making it interesting. Eau Claire looking for the ground ball here. In the dirt, skips away, but not far enough away from Carter Veith, so the runners stay put.
Great job by Jack Solheim at first base, the runner. He made sure to check that runner ahead of him to make sure if he was going or staying. And he noticed he stayed put, so he hustled back. A lot of times you'll see that back runner take off with his head down and then get picked off.
That one misses inside. 2-0 to Packard. That one misses low. It's 3-0.
Things are getting interesting here in the 7th. 3-0, and you've got Zuli on deck.
There's a strike. It's 3-1.
Gets the high fastball strike there.
And it hit him. They are loaded up. No activity in the Eau Claire bullpen, so this is Jake Bjerke's game, and he's got a challenge in front of him. He's going to get a visit from pitching coach Jeff Dykes with the ever-dangerous Landon Zuli at the plate. Zuli 0 for 2 with the walk.
Yeah, and even if Zuli hits that ground ball that you think you can get that double play out of, he is going to be tough to double up with his speed.
Yeah, this is just a conversation with the pitcher and the catcher. This isn't about defensive alignments or anything like that. This is just a heart-to-heart with the pitcher. And Bjerke, since we've seen him, boy, he throws hard and probably has not had his best control if you asked him.
Yeah, I would say that's the biggest concern with tonight. But again, it might have been quite a while now since he's thrown. He may not have even thrown since the state tournament.
So a good matchup here. Jake Bjerke on the mound, Landon Zuli at the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. It's a 1-0 game in the 7th. Breaking ball misses inside.
Kind of the difference right now is he's not been able to land any kind of breaking pitch. Even these guys, if you sit on that fastball, you're going to eventually time it up.
Bouncer back to the mound.
Oh, he's got to come home. He
sails it into center field.
2 runs will score. That comebacker right there, he's got to come home with it to prevent that run, because there's no way you're going to double Zuli running down the line there. It looks like Bjerke hurt himself on that throw, too, with his knee.
So Ani scores. Solheim scores. It's 2-1 Hudson. Packard is down at second, and Zuli is aboard. And looks like we're going to get a pitching change as the lefty Jack Gabler is coming to the mound. And he gets the baseball, and Bjerke's going to hobble off. So that's a tough way for his night to end.
Yeah, when he fielded it, he kind of made that late decision to go to second, and as he jumped to make that throw, he kind of twisted his knee, it looked like. So he's feeling that right now, that little awkward turn to make that throw, and also caused that throw to go awry in the center field.
So Jack Gabler, the lefty out of Eau Claire Memorial, will be the 4th pitcher for Eau Claire tonight. Hudson has come back 2 runs here in the 7th to take a 2-1 lead. Kind of figured this was going to be a close one between these two teams. Zuli doing just enough there to put that ball into play. And Bjerke, the big right-hander, had to move to his left and off the mound to glove that one.
Yeah, he was asking a lot of himself to come off the mound like that, gather and turn and make that throw to second. I think if he just would replay that one, just go make the play, turn, throw home, and just get your 1 out, and then you're still sitting, up 1-0 with 2 outs.
And that's where not having the familiarity with the Hudson guys and knowing that Zuli runs well down the line.
Yeah, very true. You're right. If that might have been a North or Memorial pitcher, they would know the kind of speed he's dealing with. But again, that was something that's probably discussed. Hey, the corners and pitcher are coming home with a comebacker. The corners were up, so obviously they were coming home with the ball. And usually any kind of comeback to the pitcher is going to go home and then home to first. So that way at least you're guaranteed of not getting that tying run to score.
And I think what it was is because he had to kind of turn his body to glove that one, that momentum was kind of carrying him that way, and he kind of just looked like he hesitated for just a split second.
He did, you're right.
And then threw it. But it all winds up as Eau Claire's third error of the game. So now with one out, here's Nick Hirsch at the plate. Hirsch 0 for 3. Takes inside from Jack Gabler.
Yeah, Gabler's job here is just to limit the damage now. They've already got 2 runs and 2 guys on with 1 out. He's simply trying to work out of this and keep it a 2-1 score.
Gabler misses inside. Three and 0 now to Nick Hirsch. And from what we saw from Gabler in the high school season, this is pretty uncharacteristic for him.
It is, but it was kind of one of those situations you're called in when you weren't really expected to come in, I believe.
It's a strike from Gabler. Certainly not overpowering, but a guy that really hits his spots, mixes speeds, changes location. 3-1 pitch. Misses inside, and they're loaded up again. So Hirsch aboard via the walk. Zulli moves down to second. Packard now over at third. Chance for Hudson to have a big inning. Bennett Brathel at the plate. Brathel 0 for 3 tonight. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt. It's 0-1.
Gabler can use that changeup to get guys out in front and roll over it. He could produce a double play ball right here.
Corners are in. Middle infielders back at double play depth. Lifted in the air right side. Perkins coming in, makes the catch. Here's the throw. It's not going to be in time. Sacrifice fly for Bennett Brathel.
Yeah, good job by Brathel getting the job done, getting that insurance run across. They're now up 3-1.
So 2 down here in the 7th. Reese Packard able to score, and Landon Zulli moves up to third.
Yeah, good job by Zulli tagging on that one, too. He figured they were going to try to make a play at home, so he took the extra base.
Yeah, I think at that point you kind of had to, especially the way Perkins was coming in. You had to take a shot at the runner. But it was deep enough. There was going to be a difficult play, however you cut it, whether you throw that one into third or trying to get the runner at home. He chose to come home with it. 0-1 to Silas Heisler. Runners at the corners. 3 runs across for Hudson. That one just missed inside. It's ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. Little roller back to the mound. Gabler will go to first for the out, but Hudson scores 3 times to take a 3-1 lead. Bottom of the 7th coming up for Eau Claire as they trail in this one. You are watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Multiple changes for Hudson. Now on the mound is Landon Zuli, who started this game at shortstop. Pitcher Jacob Hasapopoulos moves over to first base. Bennett Bratho, who was at first, moves to third. And Jack Solheide, who started the game at second, then moved to third, is now playing shortstop. And the result of all that, Sparks, is my defensive lineup chart for Hudson is an absolute mess.
Well, it looks perfect.
But I
everybody crossed
think,
off.
Jeez. Tell you, yeah, they've had three different third basemen. They're on their third pitcher, their second shortstop, their third second baseman, and their second first baseman.
Yeah, when you only bring 10 or 11 players over for the game, you got to be versatile. So these kids are doing a nice job of switching positions to fill in where needed.
Eau Claire will send up the top of its order. It's Tyler Iverson, who walked and scored. He advanced on a stolen base and two wild pitches, came around to score. So Iverson to try to get things started here for Eau Claire. They need two to tie. So you know what they want? They want a couple guys on to let Stein and Lauscher swing the bats. Zuli starts off with a strike.
Yeah, that's why that second run there, or that officially the third run in that inning, was so crucial, giving that two-run lead.
Zuli's pitch breaks outside. It's 1-1. Two balls and a strike now. Good pitch by Zuli coming in on the hands of Iverson, who fought that one off. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one in the dirt, and Iverson doing a good job of holding up. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he started to commit and then realized it was in the dirt. And like you said, an excellent job of just holding up. Big pitch here now, 3-2. Iverson trying to find a way to get on base to start the inning.
Strike 3 called. Zuli got that high strike. So 1 down here in the 7th. Jackson Koska will bat. Koska 0 for 2. Jamison Koska takes a strike. Lifted in the air right at the second baseman, Owen Wagner. 2 down.
Good pitch right there from Zuli again off the hands. Working ahead in the count.
So here's Sawyer Stein, and if you're Hudson, you're glad to see Stein hitting with nobody on base.
Yeah, nobody on and 2 outs here for 3-4 hitters here for the Eau Claire team.
You just see what that motion that Zuli made, kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
Back to Stein. Those guys are buds. They play travel ball together.
And Stein's already been hit twice tonight.
2-0 now to Stein.
I mean, you have to be careful with Stein, but you really don't want to just put him on because now you got the tying run at the plate.
Yeah, and then you would have Leo Lauscher coming up.
And right now it's 3-0.
Well, Zuli's got a little work to do here.
Stein looking to reach for the 4th time tonight.
He takes it low. 4-pitch walk to Sawyer Stein, and the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Leo Lauscher.
Well, Stein hit by a pitch twice and 2 walks. So he reached base all 4 times tonight.
So his batting average stays the same.
Yeah.
His on-base percentage goes way up.
Yep.
Here's Lauscher 0 for 3.
Ooh, late strike call there from the slider on the outside.
Just caught the outside corner. 1-1 to Lauscher. Ball and a strike. Here's a strike.
Good slider again. Lauscher finds himself in a hole, 1-2 here.
Stein with a pretty good lead at first. 1-2 pitch coming. That one low, good eye by Lauscher. And it's a 3-2 count. Chase Watkins waits on deck.
Stein will be off with the pitch.
Lauscher sends that one foul just beyond the fan deck. We'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Eau Claire looking to rally. Eau Claire's won 5 of its first 6 games. Came with the fastball, and Lauscher got a piece.
I'm expecting a slider right here. Lauscher's been on that fastball now 2 in a row.
Runner goes. Bouncing ball left side, and it gets through. Base hit for Lauscher. Tying run is aboard. Winning run coming to the plate in the form of Chase Watkins.
And I think it was the slider that Lauscher did a great job just hammering it through the 6-hole.
Watkins was hit by a pitch. Getting interesting here at Carson Park in the latter innings.
It is, because Watkins has got the potential to go yard. We've seen him use that short porch this season.
Two on, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. Zuli pitching to Watkins. And that one gets to the backstop. The runners move up.
Well, a gift right there for the Eau Claire Legion team. Wild pitch puts two guys in scoring position with the tying run now being at second.
And it's 1-0 to Watkins.
Yeah, if Watkins can find a single here, we're going to be all tied up.
Yeah, both Stein and Lauscher run well. That one up and in, 2-0. Watkins looking for a pitch to drive. Lifted in the air to left center. Long run, Berganani. He's under it. He makes the catch. And it's Hudson with 3 runs in the top half of the 7th inning. Gets the win over Eau Claire. Eau Claire's record drops to 5-2. Interesting game here at Carson Park, Spargs, and give credit to Hudson for battling. They were scoreless until their final at bat, and they were able to push 3 across.
Yeah, they just kind of hung around. They're good pitching, kept it, 1-0 until they could finally find a way to rally for some runs there in the 7th, and they did. They found ways, a couple of walks, a couple singles, and pushed across 3 runs. And Zuli came in and shut the door in the 7th for the save. So big win there for Hudson. They got to feel good about that one coming back for the win.
Yeah, Zuli recorded the first 2 outs of the 7th inning, and then the walk to Stein, the base hit by Lauscher, and Watkins had a good swing on it, just got under it a little bit and wound up flying out. But a good game coming down to the final at bat. But in the end, it's Hudson picking up the win 3-1 over Eau Claire. Next up for Eau Claire will be the Chippewa Falls Post 77 Challenge. And we'll have the games of Eau Claire, 2 on Friday, 2 more on Saturday. Coming up next, the post-game show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you experience any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and Western Wisconsin. That's coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or a capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Hudson picks up 3 runs in the top of the 7th and then holds on bottom of 7th for a 3-1 win over Eau Claire. Joining me now, Landon Zulli. You started the game at shortstop and then you come in to pitch that 7th. You get the first 2 guys. Then you got to face the heart of that order, guys you know pretty well with Sawyer Stein and Leo Lauscher. Just walk me through those 2 bats and kind of what you were looking for.
I was trying to get ahead. I know both those guys really well, played Blizzard with them. Tried to get ahead and get him with the slider, but didn't really work out too well, but ended up getting the next guy, so it was all good.
Yeah, so you walk Stein, Lauscher gets a single, and then Chase Watkins comes up, and he's a lefty hitter who's got some pop. What was the thought process with him up, righty facing a lefty hitter?
I would say it's a little different. Got to get ahead with the fastball and maybe get a curveball in there, but yeah, it's a little different with the lefty. I'm not honestly as good with lefties because the slider's tough to get in there, but yeah, I got ahead with didn't get ahead with the fastball and then had to keep throwing fastballs, so, but yeah.
How good did that feel when you saw that ball, dropping in the glove of your left fielder?
Oh, that was good. That pitch was a little low, too. I think it might have been a ball, so that would have been tough to get down 3-0, but got the win.
For you were telling me before the game that, you normally you want to play for the Hudson River Rats and play town ball and play at that level before you head off to college, but to be back and to have an impact on a game and a key win for your Legion team, what does that feel like?
It's really cool to be back with these guys. I mean, some of this roster went to state. We had a good year, and it was really cool to bond with them again and stuff like that. But, yeah, hopefully I can play a couple more games with them this year.
I'm sure they would take you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you're in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. You're a veteran. You know how this works. So I'm going to hand you the microphone as soon as Cade Marshall gives you the thumbs up. You can take it away.
I'm Landon Zulli, and I'm in the house.
Yeah. Congrats, gentlemen. Good luck the rest of the way. So that will do it for our coverage tonight. We will be back on the air Friday. It's the Chippewa Falls Post 77 Classic. We'll have 2 Eau Claire games for you on Friday, 2 more on Saturday. Check the Legion website for that schedule. We'll also put that out on social media. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for producer and videographer, Cade Marshall, I'm Bob Bradovich saying good night from Carson Park in Eau Claire. almost like I've done this before.
Professional.
I'm so old that I covered